Hey, welcome to Luke and Lewis.
I was clearing my throat.
Oh,
That's okay.
yeah. Welcome to the Tassie era. Thank you, mate. Are you all right?
No?
Are you
That one
going
was on
to
purpose.
shut the state down?
Yes.
What? Filthy
Uh-huh.
mainlander bringing your disease over.
You came over a lot sooner than me. Actually, that's not true. I came from Brisbane.
That's right. Okay. Guys, welcome to the show. Luke's on break. Luke's on holiday
I'm
right
on
now.
holiday right now.
I don't know if you can tell, but this man right now is on holiday. Looks like he's working. He's clocked out.
I'm in Perth.
Yeah.
I know it's confusing you guys, but Luke, you look like you're in Tasmania. I'm in Perth.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, for me, you're here, but for you, the listener,
In the
he's
future.
in Perth.
Yes, we are pre-recording some episodes because I am having a 2-week holiday.
Yes.
I'm going to South Perth, Bustleton. Mm-hmm. I'm going to sit on a beach. We've booked a resort.
Good.
And I'm actually excited to run. I know it's
Yeah.
lame. Most people will be like, Luke, you're going on holiday, don't exercise. For me, the opportunity to be in one place for over a week and the light's
good.
gone out again.
Yes! Hey, what's the time?
Woo!
Oh, it's 2 p.m. Sun's gone behind the mountain,
That
boys.
was just the
yeah,
the
that's
old
just
sun clocked off for the day.
2 p.m.
Shut up, bitch.
why.
If you'd like me to create it.
Yeah, I have a question. Why the fuck is my watch speaking to me? That's a good question.
Did she answer it?
Your event for tomorrow from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Oh, I've got an event. I wonder what I'm doing.
Shit.
Man, I'm excited. Whatever I'm doing, whatever series organised for me, it's going to be great. You know, it's going to be dark out, but I'm excited.
At 2 p.m. tomorrow, you're going to go to an event titled "Why Is My Watch Talking to Me?"
Yeah.
Oh my god,
it's
this
nighttime
light's
again.
broken.
All right. Well,
I know. I'm looking at Keelan like it's his fault. It's not. I think it's the equipment.
no. It's back on.
Is there such low voltage in this house that it actually doesn't run the light?
I think I've identified the problem. We received it, unboxed it, set it up, threw the manual in the bin.
That's a very Lewis Spears method.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's the Spears method, and that's how it works. So, welcome to the show. We're in the dark.
Yes. Anyway, so these are pre-recorded. I mean, only a couple of weeks old.
Yeah,
By this point, no, a week.
it's still good. It's still good.
Yeah, I think it's it's slightly fresh.
Yeah, slightly fresh.
I wouldn't throw this episode in the bin.
Yeah,
It's been in
like-
the fridge.
You would sniff it. Like what this episode is it's technically out of date, but it smells fine,
Yes.
and so you can still have
consume it.
Yeah, you can consume it.
It just might not hit the same as, say, a fresh ep.
Yeah, depending on your constitution, it might make you sick, but hopefully not. You know.
So just watch your bowels for the next 24 hours after consuming this episode.
That's
it may
right.
come out
Yeah.
badly the other way.
So how does it feel coming off that many shows? You did 69 shows.
69
Nice.
shows.
Nice.
That was a bit of a lame high
Yeah.
five. That's all right. The most amount of shows I've ever done. To give cum. I've been talking about cum so much this year that my brain is just dripping with it.
Really?
Hey, you saw my show last night.
Yeah.
This year,
A lot
and
of cum stuff.
I'm going to be honest, and I think everyone who saw my show will know,
Yeah.
cum heavy show.
Yeah. You know what I
It
noticed?
fell that way in the writing session. It wasn't
No.
intentional.
No.
It was the fog bit that was the absolute king hit, the second load, if you will.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I wrote a lot of
And
cum
usually
stuff
those
early.
are a lot smaller, but not this one.
Oh yeah, the fog bit comes, it dumps. It's a big cum dump.
Yeah.
Because I have a bit about cum earlier in the show. And it's kind of gross, but
Yeah.
I would say it's my favorite bit.
It's
of
a
the
great
show.
bit.
It's a good bit. Then people yell at fog bit, and
Yeah.
that is
Also about cum.
features cum quite heavily.
Yeah.
And I didn't particularly want to do that in the show.
But, you know, you're
I blame
contractually
you.
obliged.
I
Well,
blame you.
and that's fine, mate. And I'll be invoicing you later.
Okay.
For the licensing of that bit. But I noticed during my show, listen, shh.
That was so rude. Rosie just sneezed. An involuntary thing.
You're allowed to sneeze. Yeah.
She's just started working with you for 2 weeks. Like, oh my God, how's working for Lewis? Well, I sneezed and he shushed me.
I think I would love to do that to a stranger on the train. Like they do one sneeze and you just go, shh. I would love to do
That would be crazy because if someone shushed me on the train for sneezing, I'd be like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Like, if you shush the wrong person, you, especially on the Frankston line, you are looking for a hit.
What gun?
Yeah, you are hungry for a fist.
You know what is a good one? You sneeze, someone says bless you, and then you go, you're welcome.
Even better, can I one up you? All right. You sneeze.
Yeah,
someone
achoo.
says bless you, and you go shh.
That is good. Bless you. Shh. I like that.
Oh, we should. I would love to hear someone trial that out.
Yeah.
I mean, look, someone probably not in Melbourne or Sydney because you can't sneeze in public during
you
during a
actually
pandemic.
can't.
People fucking stare at you.
Yeah.
You
know what I
sneeze in
saw?
Woolies and everyone's like,
They
he's
freak
got it.
out. You know what I saw down the street on one of our first days of freedom? I saw a woman sneeze. Not into her hands.
And no one turned around.
And I was shocked. I actually hadn't heard her sneeze in public for months. And then this woman just like one of those trumpet old lady sneezes. And I shushed her, of course.
Yeah, good.
But then it was just completely normal. I was like, oh man, I felt like, you know what I felt like? I felt like a soldier with PTSD and a car backfires. I go, what the fuck? And everyone else is normal.
That's funny. Oh, that one tickled me.
Yeah.
Tickled my nose. I need to
Coochie
sneeze.
coo.
So yeah, I had a great year. I just wanted to thank everyone who came out to the show. I know a lot of people from the podcast came out because after every show there was hellos in the meet and greet, which is the official greeting of the show.
Yep. And it is loud. It's not hello, it's hello.
A lot of self-conscious hellos were had, but a lot of confident ones as well.
Yeah.
And both we appreciate. And yeah, it's cool. And obviously the people yelling fog bit primarily from this podcast.
Yeah. You guys made me a lot of money. Thank you.
And it was fun.
Yeah.
It was, and yeah, over 11,000 people came to my show this year,
That is amazing.
which is insane.
That's awesome.
To put that into perspective, I think.
What'd you do last year?
I think just over 3,000 on the Tambourine tour
Yeah.
before COVID.
So almost tripled it.
yeah, which
No,
is crazy.
quadruple.
Yeah,
That's fucking
I
mental.
almost sold like the same amount of tickets. I saw that like what I sold last year on my whole tour just in Queensland alone.
That's crazy.
So
That's very cool.
yeah,
Thanks,
not,
TikTok.
Not that. Yeah, thank you. Like, that's the thing. Oh fuck. Well, us two were the two biggest critics of that app at the start.
Yeah. No, I was all for it. You forget this. I was first
but we
on
both
TikTok.
still went to town
Everyone
on it.
criticized me. Yeah.
I mean, I still do, but it's
Yeah.
like at the same time, it has changed my life.
It's no Vero. I'll say that. It's not the future of social media.
no,
like
because
Vero.
that still hasn't taken off.
Yeah, it's
what a shock.
They haven't changed their slogan.
Well, they're still correct.
They're on there. They're getting there.
Yeah.
One day in the future, it will be. Well, it's the future of social media.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it will be, but right now it is the future.
Geez, if that takes off one day, that will be like they'll age well.
The biggest payoff ever.
Yeah.
Will be.
But I appreciate everyone who came out. TikTok was had a big thing to do with it, obviously. But yeah, people came from far and wide just off Facebook. Yeah, I'm still getting people like going, "Oh man, I watched You Don't Know Me and waited 4 years and decided this was the year."
I love those people that
Yeah.
like you've been around now in their life for like 4 years and they are big fans. They just like haven't been
That's
fucked
fair.
to see you yet.
But it's like-
fair. Yeah.
I mean, I don't get around to stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
I haven't done washing in 3 weeks. I get it.
Yeah, it is just interesting going when someone goes, "Oh man, it's my first time seeing you," and then you go, "Oh dude, thanks so much for coming out." You assume they're a new fan, and then they reference something from like 2013, and you're like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
you're busy."
We're very busy.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, they're like, "Man, you were so great. I wish I'd have seen you last year." I was like, I would have loved you here. There was 45 people.
Yeah.
Last time I came to Hobart,
Yeah.
there was 45 people, and one of them was a sex doll from a grandma's 80th.
Yeah.
It was double Lewis's Gimpy shows.
Yeah, that's grim.
Yeah. That's right. It's cool. It's very cool and to see people coming out, and people have been turning up to your shows as well. Things have leveled up a bit.
Feels big now for the two of us, I think. Like, my Brisbane shows were like way bigger than the previous one, which was way bigger than the one before that. Yeah. So it's really cool to see both of us like consistently doing more. It's really cool. And hopefully when I get all my YouTube shit rolling again and get my TikTok going properly, I'll be doing similar numbers. Which I think is very possible based on how I'm going. Like TikTok's crazy. I've been posting on it every day for 2 weeks. Gone up like 5,000 people. It just works.
The algorithm is so good that it puts people from my contacts on my feed. Like other comedians I know it goes from your contacts and it'll show me like Michael Shaver's videos,
Yeah.
like all these people who we know from the stand-up scene.
Yeah.
It just, if you have like ever liked anything of me on YouTube, it will just know and it will put you on your TikTok. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's a very good app.
But yeah, like also it did way more shows, 69 shows.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, we did it better. You don't have to say it every time.
Oh.
But yeah, last year I did like 30.
But a lot of those don't really count because you do a whole run in Melbourne.
35,
you know what I mean?
and like 15 or 20 were in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then you do like 10 other shows and that's the tour. Because Australia's a small place, but this year I went everywhere. Like, and next year's going to be even bigger. Next year we're booking places we didn't go even this year. Like, I want to do like Dubbo, Tamworth.
Well, hopefully next year,
random-
comparatively, will be a lot easier to tour. Because selling tickets for you wasn't really the issue.
No, it
which
was
normally
getting
is.
to the
Getting, well, no, for every act.
Yeah.
Like, getting to the places is this year is the actual hard bit.
Well, I had a pretty bad year on the Tambourine tour sales wise. I just fell off. Like, I didn't have too many viral bits. I was kind of well known, but I was, like I sold better the second year in Sydney than I did the third year.
Yeah.
Like, that was weird. When I sold less, and Sydney's always been really rough for me, even comparatively. You know what's crazy?
For me also, Sydney, in comparison, like population versus ticket sales, Sydney is pretty low.
It's
I
funny.
sell way better in Brisbane.
New
but I
South
have more
Wales,
fans in
Sydney is the biggest city in Australia population wise.
Yeah.
They were my worst capital city on sales. I sold more in Adelaide.
That's weird.
And Adelaide has 1 million people. Sydney has 6 million people because they're like,
weird.
oh, you're on the other side of the bridge.
They
Fuck
don't
that."
travel. That's why they don't travel, because the traffic's so fucked.
It's so weird. And
You almost need to do. You almost need
I'm
to
going
halve
to
the
do it.
size and do one side and the other
Next
side.
year, I'm doing one on north side and one on the city side.
That's smart. Yeah.
And I'm just gonna see if it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Because cities are hard.
Are you going to do
thing
them
to
close
crack.
to each other?
I think we're going to do one in that Chatswood place.
Like date wise, I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just do like one night after the other. Like,
Yeah.
I noticed Jordan was doing that. I looked up Friendly Geordie's tour and he did like a show in Parramatta.
He's from Sydney, right?
So he probably
so
gets
he would
the
know.
thing
Yeah.
more. It's really hard to read when you're not there much. You're like, all I get is complaints, regardless of where you do your show.
Which means you probably should do too. Yeah. That makes
So you're
sense.
like, oh man, you're doing it here, but some people are like, oh, that's around the corner for me. Great.
Yeah.
Whereas like every other city, like Melbourne, it's so easy to get in the city. There's train lines in every place that go into the city.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a grid system. Once you get in there, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And even Adelaide, people come out. There's parking. Perth, people came out. Like 1,000 people. Think about that. 1,000 people came out in one night in Perth, and I did like 700 people in Sydney. It's so weird.
That is very strange. Yeah. So I think next year is going to be great, and I think you've earned the break.
I'm so excited.
You've been
dude.
going crazy.
I fucked myself fully. Like, it was just dumb because I didn't expect to sell that many tickets, and I like, obviously while the work's there, you got to keep doing shows. Like, it was a rough year last year.
Yes.
So I had to make up that. So I just kept adding shows.
Yes.
Like, I went back to Adelaide after I'd already
I
sold
would have
out
done the
and
same
stuff.
though. Like,
But by the end, I was like, there was that one week where I did 7 shows in 4 days.
that's a lot.
I did 2 in the Sunny Coast, 2 in the Gold Coast, 2 in Brisbane, and 1 on the Sunday in Brisbane.
And that's rough because you're traveling.
And that was 2,500 people in 4 days that I met. And I meet everyone after the shows as well.
People think the shows would be the hard bit. It's actually meeting people. That's not me saying that meeting people sucks. It's like the energy that takes to meet that many people and give them a good interaction as well. Because, you have to, and it's nice and it's lovely meeting that many people. But think about how unnatural. Think about how unnatural it is though to meet that many people.
But I love it though. Like,
in one night.
I think you.
I also love it, but
Yeah,
it
but
takes more out of me.
That's like not you and your comfort
Not my element.
zone.
Yeah.
I'm like after the show, like, oh, dude, cool shoes, fucking what up,
Yeah.
dude? Like, I'm pretty excited to
Yeah.
talk to everyone, and I often like get told off by like Meg and people I'm working with, like, you need to make the line go way quicker because we have another show on. But I just like get distracted talking to people.
Yeah.
You probably have the opposite problem. You're like, I don't know what to say to these people.
Well, what I'll do is I'll go, hey, thanks for coming. Sorry, no eye contact.
Yeah, good.
All right, no, yeah. Did you buy something?
Yeah.
No? Well, go buy something and
Go-
then I'll get a photo.
No.
I said don't look at me.
Good. And actually, you know what? Fuck you. Reline up, then go buy
You go
something.
to the back of the line,
Yeah.
buy something, and then I'll take a photo, but it won't be a selfie.
Yeah.
No, I love meeting people, but I'm definitely less social than you. So I think it takes more energy from me to do it than it does for you.
Yeah. I just like it. But yeah, I will admit, even after that week, after the Brisbane week, I was like, I'm trying to work out the limit. I think I met people in Perth after the 1,000 people show, and it took an hour and a half. But you can always rely on 50% of the people just not bothering to line up because they can't be bothered to wait for an hour and a half.
Meeting that many people is impossible, but then a lot of them leave.
You can bank on the fact that half the crowd will leave. I think. But if everyone stayed, that would take 4 hours. Because I reckon I did about 400, 500 people, and it took an hour and a half to 2 hours.
It is like at what point do you not do it at all? Because I thought that 1,000 would be when you don't do it at all.
That's what I thought. But then one time I saw Shooter doing it at the Athenaeum. That's like 800 people. And I was like, maybe you can. Yeah. But I guess his audience probably doesn't stay around as much as our audience would. Like the podcast and stuff. People really fucking know you, like, which is cool, which is better.
Well,
right?
It's like fucking shocking, like seeing, like, I did like 300 in Brisbane and people wait around for ages.
I don't think you can do it in like, say if you did like the big theatre, like there's two types of theatres. There's like there's the little theatres like 400, 500. Then there's the medium tier, normal size theatres like what I did, the Regal. Then there's like the Palais, which is like 2,500.
You can't meet people.
You can't meet that many people.
Because also, if half the people leave, that's still like 1,500 to 1,000 people.
You know what else? I think I don't want to ever do that. Maybe once to do it if I could.
Yeah, you do it once.
I actually, and there's no disrespect to Perth, I felt like there was a disconnect, and I enjoyed like this. 300 people in Sydney to me felt better for comedy than 1,000 people, and I obviously it was so weird. I went out there and it was like, oh my god, I'm achieving my dream. And then I went off stage and I was like, man, like Bunbury 200 the night before was like fucking loose vibe, sick. Yeah, like I'm pissing myself. Like last night, how we had that I had this interaction with some lady who was like a pimp. She was like a clown, but she was pimping out sex work for people who had a balloon fetish. She's like, I don't do it, but my other clown friend will do the stuff. And I'm dying laughing at her.
You don't really,
that didn't happen at
You don't
Perth.
get the level of intimacy in a big theatre because also the front row is so far away. So fuck talking to someone.
But it's not even that.
6.
The front row is 50 people.
Yes.
Like the front row is 50 seats long.
And it's way lower.
Last night the front row was 7 people.
Yeah.
Just every row.
Yeah. I think that I agree because last time I did Brisbane I did 450 and that was incredible and amazing.
That's the perfect size, I reckon.
Yeah. And then 300 was also fucking good. I think 300 to 500 is like the max.
But that's the size of most American comedy clubs. Like when I went, like
there's a reason for that.
The Comedy Store is like 250 to 300 in the main room because that's like the perfect amount. It's like a good vibe. It's when it's heaving. It's like loud laughter, but it's not so crazy where you're not feeling involved in it.
No,
there was it was also a bit like me. Actually, I think it's Steve Martin's quote. He has a really great quote about it. It's like comedy club feels like you're doing comedy, and a theater feels like you're hosting a party. Because you are like, it's your job to like MC the night and control the mood of the masses rather than like
having a night with the crowd. Yeah. It's like how seeing what the massive giant shows that Andrew Schultz is doing.
Yet he's made it up doing crowd work.
He's putting DJs in there and they're playing music. Like he's added more than comedy. It's like an experience, which is maybe what you have to do.
I felt a little... I just felt out of my comfort zone. And I think it was obvious. People, you know what, maybe it wasn't. It's obvious to me. Meg knew it. Because Meg's watched the show every night. She's like, Meg. She was like just going to me like, man, you like great show, but fuck, for the first 5 minutes, I could see you looking up at the second tier and the lights and taking it in.
Weird. Yeah.
I was like going, oh, this is my dream. And
I'm so shitty that I couldn't get to that show.
Do you know how weird it is having 1,000 people watch you do your job?
Do anything.
Imagine if you rocked up to your accounting job and there's like 1,000 people like just staring at you. Going,
that's what we
count.
That's what we started watching this swimming documentary about Cody Simpson becoming a swimmer, and like these athletes were talking about how you train really hard in a pool by yourself, and then you become the best in the world, and then all of a sudden you rock up and you're famous.
Once every 4 years, people give a shit about swimmers.
Yeah, and the most important race of your life is the first time you swim in front of an audience that's screaming. Pretty much.
Yeah, at the Olympics or World Champs.
Yeah, so it is a weird thing. But I think
you're preparing for that swim.
Well, that's why I think I have an advantage because performing in front of thousands of adoring fans is natural to me. You know? So I can just, go in. All of the other amateurs will get freaked out. Keelan will probably cry, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll just do great.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Good luck. So that was a good tour.
Yeah.
I have nothing more to add.
Great.
Other than thank you, it was very cool.
Yeah.
and it changed my life and shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. I got fucking heaps of cash now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is good.
It's really awesome.
Hey Siri, what's 11,000 times 35?
Hey, Siri,
No,
stop.
fuck off.
Hey Siri, stop.
Hey Siri, plus merch.
There's a lot of costs that
Hey
came.
Siri, stop.
Hey Siri, what's minus hotel quarantine and a bunch of unnecessary flights and cancellations throughout that as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
We did the maths. Hey Siri, shut up.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what we figured out? We spent $30,000 just to do with COVID across the tour.
Wow.
Just of extra,
Like avoiding lockdowns.
And accommodation and otherwise excess expenses that I wouldn't usually spend on a tour.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah. So next year, straight in the pocket.
Hell yeah. No, it's cool. It's very fun. And it also means like now I have,
Budget.
something. Well, I'm going to move into a new house and I'm getting I'm putting it all back into the business. Like Meg and I are building a podcast studio for that.
Well, money's boring. Like having a big number in your bank account
sucks.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I would rather just fucking keep my same standard of living and put it back into this. Like that's why I can do this and hire people to help me do things because I could just instead pocket it and spend it on bullshit, but I'd rather just do things.
I've also got like 3 people in a salary now. Like my brother's working with me full time as my business manager and Meg and Reese and also we have 3 employees.
Yeah.
2, 3.
It's
I don't know.
fucking big now.
Yeah.
It's getting very big.
Yeah. Anyways,
which is great.
So it says sex content on the whiteboard.
Yeah. So
we're going to talk about sex.
Yeah, we after we just trashed about how much Luke talks about cum, let's talk about it.
Let's talk. So I think was this on an actual podcast or a secret episode?
This was an actual podcast.
Yeah,
where we talked
Which one?
about
ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
were talking about fingerings. That's right.
Yeah,
we were talking. It was on the first Tassie era episode.
Yes.
Oh no, it was the episode before that.
Guys, it was an episode, all right? Sound off in the comment section below. When the fuck did we say this?
I think we were
Luke's in Perth right now. He doesn't know what's going
Hang
on.
on. It was episode 219.
Yeah.
From memory, we were talking about if people would have ever. We were talking about movies that you like would be good or bad to do
have sex.
foreplay in or sex in.
Yeah.
On a date or something. And then we're saying, has anyone ever rooted to this podcast? Like, has anyone ever made a move halfway through an episode of a comedy podcast?
Yeah, because we thought that would probably be one of the more inappropriate things to do while you listen to a comedy.
Not even disrespectful
podcast.
to us. It's disrespectful to the
To
person you're
whoever's
with.
getting moved on.
I personally
right?
think it's great. Whoever's receiving on the receiving end of the fingering, that's who I feel bad for.
If anyone's listening to this with a special someone, why not make a move now while we talk about this?
A Discord chat about having sex during the Joseph Green episode.
Why the Joseph Green episode?
Have you
Something
seen
about
Joseph?
that man.
He's a good-looking man.
He is
a smooth voice as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, looks
He-
like Jesus if he was an Instagram model.
Yeah, he has a joke about looking like the LD Hemsworth brother.
Yeah.
He looks like the 4th one. You
Yeah.
know, there's that 3rd one that no one knows. Joseph's like the 4th one that's not even related.
Yeah, yeah. Distant cousin.
Yeah.
So we did reach out. We got you guys to reach out and let us know, sound off in the comment section, whether they've had sex. Now, I haven't read any of these. Neither has Luke.
It's horny. I'm
Keelan
reading
sent them
now.
to Luke. All right. What do we have?
So Blake said, is a self finger appropriate during the podcast?
Blake said.
Yeah, just a random Blake. Not Blake Pavey.
No, like male Blake?
I'm not sure. I don't want to read their last names.
Blake is a woman's name as well.
That's true. Yeah. I would hope so. That would be a strange moment to pull out a bit of prostate play.
Not many people confessing. A lot of people just questioning. Sounding off. Okay, this one, I still can't tell if it's a joke. from Twitch 98. Sounding off, have given many fingerings / roots to the dulcet tones of this podcast.
Ooh, that's good.
Do you reckon
Very
it's a
nice.
joke? There was no detail given, but I guess you have to take their word for it.
I'll take his word for it. I'll believe it. What else?
This
do we have?
one-
Specifically for the video podcast to set the mood for my fingerings.
Oh, who said that?
Pizza legs.
Oh, there you go, pizza legs.
This one,
Wouldn't mind a slice of pepperoni.
a little bit of context is needed. It comes in from Minx, and she
Notorious.
notoriously
Notorious for what she says in every comment section.
notoriously horny on Keelan's live streams,
Yeah.
and some of mine in the past. Not
And the
horny,
no,
just being very open.
Also notoriously horny for Lewis in this comment section.
For me.
For you,
Oh.
all the time.
Thank you very much, Mix.
I always give that a favorite.
No, that's true. I do always
It looks like
notice.
we're favoriting it, you
Look-
creep.
Yeah, it looks like she'll say something about how good I look in an episode, and then it'll be favorited by Keelan, and it looks like I've done it. Like, yeah, I do look good, baby.
She's gone, surprisingly, I've not done anything sexual while watching or listening to Luke and Lewis. But that doesn't rule out our personal podcasts. Oh, maybe after this episode,
Oh, the personal. All right.
might put her in the mood. In the mood.
Not in the room. No, thank you.
In the mood.
Yeah. You're not making it look any better.
Those were it. So when we asked you to sound off,
yeah, I guess so.
people don't.
I guess, well, that maybe they just didn't have a story.
Maybe we
You
were
know?
wrong. I don't know why we assumed so many
Well,
people would
I
be
think,
rooting.
No, I think we assumed correctly that there wouldn't be. It wouldn't be very appropriate to listen to a comedy podcast and then like put your hand on your girl's leg.
Yeah, no, it's not the right place to take a move.
No.
Make a move. Also, you might miss some gold. Like, because imagine if like
True.
you were halfway into it
Yeah.
and then you were like, "Oh, sorry, babe, they're talking about Gimpfest."
Why are
and
they laughing? Shh.
I've already RSVP'd, so I
Yeah.
need to know.
Mm.
Speaking of, oh no, we don't have any Gimpfest updates. We do, however, have a Lugies update.
We do. So every year, the
Not
Log-
often do people go. Speaking of, never mind.
Yeah. Speaking of, I have nothing to say about that. If you don't know, every year the Logies happens. That's the national award show for mainstream TV. Every
this
year
year,
except
not
for
this year.
today, not this year.
I forgot that, like, because over the last 2 years since the Lugies has started, we've completely outshadowed them. It's embarrassing for them. I
Yeah.
actually forgot that that's what we originally based this off.
Yeah. Well,
I guess it was just a bit of a drive-by at them going,
yeah, we can do it better.
Suck
and
it.
you know what? We can, because I can tell you this year, right? Just a reminder, the Logies is not happening, but the Lugies is.
Yes.
We're very excited to announce that the Lugies will be happening. We're going to do it as long as COVID allows. We're organizing it. We have a date penciled. We're not going to tell you the date just in case it changes, but it is going to be in...
Adelaide.
That's right. The
On-
Lugies is in Adelaide this year.
and penciled in, penciled lightly.
Now that means it may change. So don't do anything and don't get angry if it changes, because hey, you know what you can do with a pencil, Luke?
Rub
Erase
it out.
it.
Yeah. And we have a rubber right on the end of the pencil that we penciled it in on.
Yep. So the pencil itself can just undo what
And we
it's done.
penciled it in very lightly because
Really lightly.
COVID is a bitch.
Yeah.
It is
We
penciled
might
in.
as well have done it with a whiteboard marker.
Yeah, so we can just rub it out as soon as like
It's whiteboarded in.
Oh, a truck driver's come through again. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's my
Hey, is that 600 people in high vis?
yeah.
What are they chanting? Oh, sounds racist.
Yeah.
Never mind.
December 9th.
December 9th.
In
we're
Adelaide.
aiming to do the Lugies in Adelaide, and we're very excited for it. We think this will be the best one yet.
What do you mean we think?
We know.
It's a guarantee.
Yeah.
It's the first interstate Lugies in the sense that we usually record the podcast in Melbourne.
Yep.
So it's the first time we've taken it abroad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's as abroad as you can go at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's not international.
Nope.
Maybe one day we'll
Maybe.
do an international Lugies. The show would have to get a lot bigger.
A lot bigger.
A lot. And we
But
mean,
we will be live streaming it also, so don't
Yeah.
fret if you're not in Adelaide. You will be able to tune in live. Donations are mandatory because have you ever tried to put on an interstate live stream filmed on many different angles? It's an award show. I understand why the Logies isn't happening this year because that shit's expensive. But we want to do it. We're very excited for it. It's going to be amazing.
So the plan is either we'll both still be in Tasmania then, or if we can go back, I might go back, but I won't go back if it's going to stop the Lugies.
Yeah.
Need to figure that out. But
We're
anyway,
just going to be wherever we can travel from. is going to be
Yes.
our plans until this shit's over.
December 9th, get down. It's and look, Adelaide. We did it on that podcast tour, and
Yeah.
we were a bit nervous putting
Yeah.
it on Adelaide because I think that
Adelaide's small.
sold the worst on that live podcast tour. But that was a couple of years ago now, and they've redeemed themselves. Well, they haven't yet, but this is a chance
Yeah.
to redeem
This is your
yourself.
opportunity.
And we've booked quite a big room.
Yeah. Quite a big room.
So, not gimpy levels of ambition,
No.
you know, because this is no
No.
Gimp Fest.
I would say this is more ambitious than Gimpfest because Gimpfest is a no-brainer. That's definitely going to work.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
but-
live stream will be a lot better this year as well because we'll have more than a week's notice.
Yeah, so last year, if you enjoyed the live stream last year, that was
But that's
actually
for people not in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Mandatory attendance if you live in the city of Adelaide.
yeah, absolutely. The
Also
live stream,
mandatory donation
yeah, if you're watching.
if you're watching.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
even while you're sitting in the crowd,
Yeah.
don't watch the live stream.
Yeah. Also mandatory enjoyment.
Yeah, you must enjoy yourself.
You have to have a good time. And if you don't, you don't or else. if you don't enjoy this, you don't want to know what we have planned. Isn't that right, Keelan?
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's
Next
right.
year we might do it in Perth. Oh. But I like Perth.
Yeah.
So Perth have got shafted because the
Yeah.
original plan was to do it in Perth.
Ugh.
But
Yeah.
blame Mark, dude. He keeps
Yeah.
shutting those borders off.
Mark
and
will go home.
you cannot plan something in advance
No.
if it is located in WA.
Not when Mark's around.
No.
You know, hey Mark, can I come over?
Nah.
We'll see. Maybe. See how
Potentially.
I feel.
Can I also bring 7 employees over? Definitely fucking not.
Absolutely not.
Go-
no.
go away.
I'm building a wall. Fuck off.
So look, it's Adelaide this year.
Yeah.
And we're excited about it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. And we're going to do the live stream properly this year. So we did a live stream last Lugies and it went great, right? But we had to scramble because our original plan was we thought the show would be cancelled. So we scrapped everything. And then we found out with it was like something stupid, like 5 days notice that restrictions eased enough for us to do an actual show at a venue. So we pulled together everything in like 5 days. Now we're literally planning it right now. We're having meetings about how we're going to pull it off, how we're going to make it look. We want to interact with the live stream a lot more. We want to play games. We want to have, we want to do a bunch of stuff. So if you seriously have some cool ideas that you would like to see for the Lugies, a way for the audience watching at home to interact with the stream and with us, we would love to hear it because, we just want to do it a little bit different. We don't be sitting there with like a chat box up while we're performing and just read. We want to do something more than that. So if you're like a Twitch nerd and you like watching like all these live game shows or just things where they do actual things for people in the room but also at home, if you have some ideas, sound off. We would love to hear them, and we'll see how we can incorporate those into the experience, because we have a few ideas ourselves, but we want to hear them from you as well.
And obviously there'll be the usual awards, guest of the year, pretty hot competition this year because we've had a lot of guests.
A lot of guests this year.
Who do you reckon is the front runner? I think personally, Annie Lee versus Rod's lawnmower.
Andy Lee and Rod's lawnmower, that's going to be stiff competition.
Yeah.
One
has had a very successful career and one backfired repeatedly during an episode. Both pretty strong contenders.
Yeah,
Rod's
real.
in third place there as well.
Who?
Rod?
Oh, yeah. Rod
Rod
himself
himself.
wasn't a guest.
Nah, he wasn't.
His lawnmower
He didn't wear his
actually guested
lawnmower.
on the episode.
Yeah.
Rod was only ever discussed.
Yeah. So it's very stiff competition. You've got Blake Pavey, you've got Greeley,
Darren.
Joseph Green.
Has Darren been on to defend his title yet?
Yeah, he was first
Yep.
guest.
Oh, he
this year.
was, of course,
Yeah.
in Frankston.
Christian Hull as well. That one's not out yet, actually.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Yep.
Rosie is the
What?
biggest fan of Christian Hull. She is the
Christian.
biggest fan of Christian
You're already
I've ever
a
met.
mum.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Didn't know
Wow.
Rosie was a bit
we
of a
keep
mum.
getting these little Lego things with our Woolly shop, and she's like, I need to send them to Christian Hull, so he sends me something back.
Yeah, he's doing something where you post him those Lego things from the Woolly shops because
And he
he
sends
has
you,
the
like,
mum
merch.
market.
Yeah.
And Rosie has been collecting them. We have to send them to Christian Hull.
Every day.
And I'm like, he's going to send a dick pic back.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Why'd you all look at me then?
Oh, God. That's
That wasn't my fault. What did you want me to say to that?
I don't
You're
know.
talking about fucking Coles miniatures and you
Yeah.
want me to have anything interesting to say?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Don't look at me like, hey man, can you boost up this content where we're talking about Christian Hull's content? I love Christian Hull and his content.
Yeah.
But I have nothing else to add.
Oh,
Well-
hang on. At this point, his episode hasn't been released yet.
Yeah, I did say that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Spoiler alert, Christian Hull's episode's coming up and it was filmed fucking ages ago. So that'll be the first studio episode since Zoom started, actually.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
July.
We recorded it during the comedy festival.
Yeah, that one's old. That's so old that it's almost disrespectful to release it now.
It's because we lost the footage for a bit.
Yeah.
And then
Uncle Whitey saved us.
Revived the hard drive that it was on, brought it back from the dead.
Yeah.
And then
Also, Meg, Whitey, and I are doing the pre-production stuff, and we've planned a few surprises for the night. It's definitely worth tuning in.
Yeah,
Can't make it.
there's a few things that Keelan and
We
the
don't even
team are
know.
organising that we don't
I'm a
know
bit nervous. We should
about.
maybe have a meeting and organise some stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. And
just
then I'm
to
gonna have a
counter
meeting
it.
with myself to organise some things for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Keelan tells me today. He goes, "Oh man, dude, I have this idea for the Lugies. It's so good." And then he goes, "Oh, hang on, I can't tell you." It's like, all right. He goes, "I just wanted to feel heard."
It's a great idea.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be good. What is it?
Can't tell you.
Fuck.
But it's good.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All right. Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
You know, is there a lot riding on the idea?
20 grand.
All right. Hey, you guys, support us on Patreon. Donations are mandatory. Great. Well,
Shit's expensive now.
isn't it?
Yeah. Can I go blow my nose? I feel like there's going to be comments.
I'll allow it.
Need to blow my nose. We're back. I feel like that would have been slightly annoying to
Yeah.
one person. I was sniffing the entire time.
Yeah. We are back, though. The sun has gone
I think
behind the
I just
mountain.
expelled my brain out of my nose.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of liquid.
Oh. You did say that your brain had a lot of liquid in it. I think it was cum. It's a reference from
Yeah.
earlier.
Earlier.
Yeah.
It's dripping, I said.
Mhm. Yeah, that's right. Well, you're not wrong. So first thing I did when I came here, right? First day of freedom. First time we get to leave this house. 2 weeks quarantine. We get 1 day out. The first thing.
I swear you've already
three
told
of
this
us do.
story on the podcast.
Have I?
Yep.
Have we?
Yeah.
Yep. You
Guys.
locked yourself out.
Yeah.
It's fucking Groundhog Day here.
We are a group. We are a group of tired boys.
No, I said, do we really want to pre-record
Yeah.
this many podcasts?
Rosie
And you're
did it
like,
this morning, if that helps.
Oh, Rosie did it this morning.
Locked herself out.
Oh, well, there's
Hadn't called me.
something. There's something new. Haven't heard that before, have you, mate?
no, I haven't.
You know, surprise.
Yeah, cool.
Right.
Rosie,
Mm.
shh. Sorry, guys. She looked up. Sorry.
That's very rude. Back to.
Let's talk about this Logan Paul thing.
Yeah, so Logan Paul.
Paul.
Logan Paul is beefing with Jimmy Kimmel, of all
Jesus.
people.
Why?
They're having a beef. I don't know why.
Jimmy
so Keelan's
Kimmel's-
brought this up, and he's got a few videos for us to play.
I don't know about Jimmy Kimmel anymore. Like, I like him. He used to be my favorite Tonight Show host because, like, Jimmy Fallon
Me too.
overly laughs. Kimmel always seemed like pretty genuine. But fuck, he does some strange stuff.
I just think
Why have a
that-
beef with Logan Paul?
I think that the Tonight Show shit has turned from make people laugh and entertain them to say the correct things and make people feel bad about bad things.
That's just TV.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
that's just what sells is like whatever's going to get people angry. So comedians now have to cry on TV instead of going, well, hey, ooh, we're like we should be.
But that's like most big online comedians too. You
Yeah.
just say stuff that's in the news and then...
But you say it funny. I
Sure.
think, you know, a lot of Tonight Show stuff, they'll do a monologue and it's really sad. And there's no jokes. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. That's my gripe with it.
So what
but
happened
They're
to-
beefing. So
So this is a clip from Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive.
And Keelan follows all this beef.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Of course.
Yeah.
He got in my head, dude. Fuck you,
fucked
Jimmy
him up.
Kimmel.
What did he
I'm
say?
not kidding.
Really?
I,
What
that,
did it upset you? He What said, did he it say? said,
dude, he stabbed me in the back.
What did
That's
he
like my
say?
boy.
He said
Jimmy, Jimmy.
I'll give him a little message. Stop.
Thank you.
So what did he do?
He said
No.
him and Donald Trump are best friends. or
No,
something
no. He
like
said,
that.
he said something about. But it doesn't matter. We talked
You're a
about
big
it.
Donald Trump fan, are you, Logan?
No, I'm not.
Good.
What did he say? Once again, the sport of boxing has brought all the idiots out or something like that. What was it like?
Who cares, dude?
I don't know.
this podcast sucks. Not this one.
I don't know.
They haven't said anything yet.
Oh,
They've gone around in circles 3 times. Logan's like, I'm
Oh.
going to tell a story. And everyone else was like, no, you won't. Not if I can help it.
Yeah. So pretty much,
we're 38 minutes in,
Yeah.
and we've said fuck all. Why are you judging them? The funniest part of this podcast was when you unfairly shushed your employee for sneezing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, man, these guys don't talk about anything.
Because she was trying to derail me.
Logan Paul pretty much got upset because Jimmy Kimmel said he and Donald Trump are the 2 worst people in the world.
Logan Paul and Donald Trump are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you even compare the two? That's so weird.
Yeah.
Was it
But
like
was
a
it a
joke?
joke, though? Surely that was a joke.
I think it was a joke.
I think the
Yeah.
joke being like Donald Trump is a divisive person that people don't like, and Logan Paul is like a meme person that some
That's
people don't like.
pretty funny.
I get the
guess.
joke.
And
But I don't know. What the funniest part about that is
not that
is
funny.
Logan Paul going, Jimmy Kimmel was my boy.
Were you
Was he?
boys?
Were you boys? You and
Oh
Jimmy
no, he
Kimmel
went
hanging
on
out?
Jimmy
He went on
Kimmel
Jimmy
once.
They're not boys. They work together.
I think it
once.
was like his first Tonight Show appearance, so he's probably like maybe in Logan's mom was like, he gave me a chance.
Mate, he didn't know who the fuck you were.
I
He's
know.
a Tonight Show host. They would have been like, oh, you got a YouTuber on. He would have been like,
No,
all
not
right.
even Vine probably. when he
Yeah.
went on.
I think it was in the vlogging days, but then Jimmy Kimmel, because this clip went so viral, it was like trending on Twitter for days.
Because everyone was like, watch 5 men try and finish one sentence that should go for 10 seconds, but it goes for 3 minutes because
Yeah.
Mike's there.
So this is Jimmy.
I actually like their podcast.
I enjoy it in flashes, but then every now and then they'll go in circles for like 5 minutes.
I read the comments a lot, and everyone's just like, "Oh, they're all talking over each other.
Yes.
Let them talk, or let the guests talk." And
Yeah.
I don't really
We tried
listen to it enough. I
Lewis
guess.
and I tried to watch the one with Mr. Beast and had to turn it off after 10 minutes.
Because they
Is-
kept getting into really interesting stories, and then, someone would go, "Can I blow my nose?" And it's like,
Mike was like, "Yeah, fuck, I wrote a book once." And
"Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell me again."
So this is Jimmy Kimmel's response.
I learned today that Logan Paul,
Logan
you know
Paul.
what that is? He's got a, I think he's one of 2 Siamese twins. They separated them. And now they are on YouTube. They punch each other and stuff. Anyway, I made a joke about him the other night that he did not like at all.
He said me and Donald Trump are the worst people on earth. You Jimmy Kimmel? Honestly, Jimmy, you, bro. I'm not, no, that.
Oh, come on now. Had I known you fondly call me JK, I never would have said any of that stuff. I'm sorry, LP.
Yeah, he doesn't know who you are, man.
what was that beef?
Yeah. Guess that's beef.
That's not beef.
Bit of a back and
This
forth.
is what's happened here.
Mhm.
Is we've brought up
Yeah.
2 sides of what was
Yeah.
both people going, I don't really know what he said about me, and
Yeah.
someone else going, I think he said this.
Yeah, true. Actually, Logan didn't seem to know what Jimmy said, and
Famous-
Jimmy didn't seem to know what Logan said.
Famous people arguing is weird. They're like, I'm pretty sure someone told me. You think I said this? Yeah, because
Their
someone-
assistant hey, did you know that Logan Paul called you a rapist? And you're like, oh, really? And then he listened to it, and Logan Paul was like, yeah, Jimmy's likes burgers.
Yeah,
You know? It's Chinese whispers. Whenever
Yes.
famous people argue, it's always Chinese whispers.
Yeah.
This person said this. It's like, fuck, no, they didn't.
yeah. That did he put that on his show? Was that
Yeah.
worth the
That was in
airtime?
the show, yeah.
I can't. Yeah, right. Yeah, we put it on ours too. Fuck.
Okay.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Sorry.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this YouTube clip will get 200 views.
Let's like title it something super clickbait.
Yeah.
like,
Okay, that's good. Logan Paul finishes Jimmy Kimmel.
Off,
Yeah.
and it's like, and then we put like the
The eggplant emoji.
eggplant emoji, and it's like, what? Logan
Yeah.
Paul jerked off a Tonight Show host?
Mm.
I thought Bone Mill did that to their wives.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
I've
I've heard
heard a lot
that a
about
lot.
Bone
Yeah,
Mill.
I've
I
heard a
know.
lot about that.
Speaking of,
Mm-hmm.
never mind.
Having your wives fucked. Yes.
No, speaking of nothing, Patreon is popping.
Patreon's going
Holy
nuts.
balls.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
going really, really great.
And we're
we've
doing pretty much one secret episode a week at this point, aren't we?
Yeah, we've been really
Almost.
pumping out content. It's been also really good. Now that we're in the same
I'll
spot.
say 3 a month for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Which is way more than we promised, which is really cool. And the Discord community is like really growing, and people making friends. Like people at my Brisbane show and my Gold Coast show just rocked up like They
Oh yeah,
didn't-
that was happening. In
yeah,
my
they were
tours.
just organizing groups from the Discord to just come together. I think that's so fucking cool.
I'd be like on stage, like, oh, where do you guys know each other from? Like, not really like trying to make fun of them, but like
Yeah.
trying to find a little bit of comedy.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, we actually met each other in your Luke and Lewis Discord or your Discord. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so wholesome, man.
Yeah.
And it's not funny, but God, it feels good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cool. So
It's very nice.
it's growing and it's giving us the budget to do things that we've never been able to do before. We're talking a lot now that we have a little bit of money. Like, you know, we made $1,000 last financial year. That's
Yeah, true.
heaps.
What are we going to do with it?
But whatever we want. The world's our oyster. $1,000 in a year. That's pretty. I mean, that's like below the poverty line, but that's money, you know.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of a budget to actually do things. We're talking about doing
$3 a day.
$3
This
a day.
podcast
That's
makes.
fucking and you know what? Halve that, $1.50 each. That's good. Sorry, Keelan.
I think people would have got confused by that. I don't think a lot of people know how it works. Like they'd be like, "Where's my money going?" Like,
Yeah.
isn't we? Because people can see our Patreon and it's more than $1,000 a month. So
Yeah.
people might have been really confused.
It goes into gear. It goes into Keelan's pocket because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
pay our people.
That's how much-
Luke and I personally take nothing from it.
I don't think we've said it's total profit.
Yeah.
So we pay our employees and stuff, and then we see what's left
Unfortunately.
over. And as you can tell, there wasn't much left over.
Yeah. I mean, mate, believe me, I've tried to get out of it. I've called the Fair Work and said,
I
this
know.
is bullshit. I don't want to pay him, but apparently we have to.
I remember one time I came into a room and Lewis was like, "What do you mean it's a sweatshop?"
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Not good at all.
They said, mate, you at least have to get aircon. I told him to get fucked. I'm
Yeah.
buying a fan.
Exactly.
What from Kmart, you know? So we're very grateful, and we're talking a lot now about doing like main channel videos in addition to the podcasts and that's what we want to like do things like create like a 15-20 minute video where we do something, whether it's a game show or we go to an escape room or like just, you know, things where we do as a team and we film and we make like really well edited,
I
well
want to go
shot
to a
content.
break room.
Yes.
Just smash shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why that would be a good video. It's just satisfying to watch people smash
Are there
shit.
break
Yeah.
rooms here?
I don't know. Maybe.
It's my job to look it up, actually.
Yeah. That'd
Also,
be a cool series. Luke and Lewis do.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. It'd be a spin-off from Scooby-Doo. And we solve mysteries in a van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That sounds like one of Scooby-Doo's extended family members, Luke and Lewis do.
Yeah. That is good.
We also,
Distant cousin of Missing Link do.
just before we wrap up this ep,
Yeah.
we also made it to our Dashcam Australia again.
Again.
A bunch.
Yeah.
It's happened twice since we've last brought it up.
Which
We
is
are-
way too many times.
Yeah, one of them was a little underwhelming. Here's the thing: it's usually curse related. Often, our podcast will be playing,
Yeah.
and some cars will have a crash, and people go, "Your show is cursed." We agree.
Absolutely.
However, now people are just sending us in like, "This bloke cut me off in traffic, and
Yeah.
you guys are on. I blame you." It's like,
Yeah.
all right,
That's not...
no one got hurt.
Yeah.
You're
If the
just a-
dog didn't die in your lap, it's not a curse.
You're just a bad driver.
Yeah.
I watched one of the curse videos.
Yeah.
Keelan's talking in the background. It was objectively the person driving's fault.
Oh, really?
And they were like, "Yo, your show's cursed."
I love that. So that means that...
They got cut off.
One of them you showed me, and it was just like, no? Did Devlin show me one?
I showed you one last.
The one you showed me, the one you showed me last night was the white car being cut off, and
Yeah.
that was the bus.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
bus one was fucked. That happened here.
We'll put
actually.
put the videos on the screen now.
Yeah.
For you,
Maybe
for
I'm
the
wrong.
list. Maybe.
Oh, never mind, guys. I think I'm wrong.
Yeah. 69 shows. Nice.
Thanks, dude.
We do watch a lot of dash cam videos together.
Yeah, I think so.
I hate. Keelan loves watching Dashcam
He chucks it
Australia.
on the TV.
I hate it. It makes me really anxious. Ruins my night.
It's
Because
fun.
it's 20 minutes of, I hope they don't die.
It's 20 minutes of which one is it?
yeah.
Yeah, you try and figure out which
And it's
car's
always a
gonna
tradie
crash.
who's late to work.
It's a fun thing to watch with your friends.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, it's the white guy, it's the white guy. You're like, no. She's just a woman. And Keelan's
Keelan?
like, ugh.
has a niche interest, which we all know.
Yeah.
But like most people, when they get out with their friends, will chuck
Yeah.
in some music, have a chat. Keelan will pretty
Nope.
much force the group into doing whatever he's interested in at the time.
He can't compromise.
And it's never anything
Yeah.
good. It's always like, "Hey guys, do you want to sit down and watch dashcam videos for 45 minutes?"
You know the worst example of this, right? This is something that Rosie and I experienced, right? We have been watching, as a family, little family unit, we've been watching Desperate Housewives, right? Watching it every night, and it's great, right? We're all watching it. Keelan has been really into it, but he's up to season 3 and he goes, oh, start at season 1 and then catch up to me. I'll watch them all again. He spoils season 1 and 2 every single episode. Hope that guy doesn't die. I hope he doesn't end up in a coma. Hope she doesn't cheat on his husband. Just spoils it the whole way through. We get to season 2 and he goes, I'm not watching it anymore at all. And we were like, that's fine. Me and Rosie are still really enjoying it. We can watch it together. And he goes, no. I want to watch something else. I want to watch a movie. And we're like, oh, well, okay, we can watch a movie, but tomorrow night we'll watch Desperate Housewives. He goes, no, I want to watch Under the Dome.
He's a child.
Yeah.
He actually gets annoyed when I don't come swimming. He's just like,
Yeah.
what do you mean you're not joining our swim team? Everyone else is on the team. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to go swimming. He's like, what the fuck?
He can't compromise. And
To be
then,
fair,
know,
it's
what-
my Apple TV and they're my accounts that I pay for.
okay, who's paying the electricity bill?
That's right. That's the argument you always bring up. So
Yeah.
you're free to watch whatever you want. Rosie, on the other hand,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we'll get this. Yeah. He goes. He goes. I want to watch a movie. We're like, all right, we can watch a movie. He goes. We start looking through everything. He goes, no. We're like, what about this? What about that? Me and Rosie settle on about 8 different films. And he goes, no. And then I go, what do you want to watch? And he goes, I want to watch a movie that's going to change my life. Just an impossible standard. And we go, oh.
And then he
What
brings
about The
shit-
Matrix? And he goes, no, it's not going to change my life.
He's like, I want to watch a movie that's going to change my life. And then he carries shit like this with him to
Harry
a
and
different
the
state.
Hendersons.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah. That's
Good
going to
movie.
change your life?
good movie.
Life-changing
your
movie?
life?
No. It's really funny though. When I say life changing movie, I mean a movie that's really gonna make me go,
Have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
no.
Well, watch that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't an option.
we're also thinking about Minority Report.
No, Minority Report I
Never
wanted to
seen it.
watch.
Yeah, Rosie wasn't on board with that, but that's fine. I wanted to watch Minority Report. Rosie didn't really want to. I thought, well, that's all right. I can compromise. Keelan said, no, that one's going to change my life. I've decided, and none of the others will. So
Anyway.
then we just ended up not watching anything. We went to bed.
Then now we're watching Under the Dome.
Yeah, because he can't compromise.
You know what else is? Do you remember? I don't know if you remember this, but one time when we were all having like drinks and pizza at the Misfits place. This was like just before the lockdown. Like,
Drinks and pizza. Yeah.
yeah, and we're watching dashcam videos.
Yeah.
That's right.
At one point in the night, I don't know if you remember this. You shushed me, and you went, "Shh, this is a good bit." He'd already watched like the dashcam
What?
compilation that he put on. He's like, "Shh."
And you remembered it.
It was on mute. Like I was just talking to Ruben or something. He's like, shut up. The dash cam's on. Like it was like some show where we were missing something. I'm like, dude, it's just people crashing into
Wait
each
till you
other.
see what the blue car says to the red car.
Yeah. I always say this. At least I'm 100% me.
Yeah, you can't compromise at all. 100% what you want to do is more likely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're going to end the episode there. Is that all right with you, Keelan?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Okay, but if it wasn't all right, we would have to keep going.
Oh, this would go for 3 hours. Like, no.
Yeah. No, I want to do a podcast that's going to change my life. All right. Thank you very much for listening. Luke is in Perth at the moment. He's on holiday in WA, in Bustleton. Enjoy. I hope you're enjoying it right now.
Yeah, I wonder if Melbourne's won the grand final. Fuck, I hope so.
I probably wouldn't know by now.
I think you'll see it on my feed.
Yeah, probably. All right. Sweet. Well, I hope it's Melbourne.
Great. Thank
Great.
you.
All right. We'll talk to you guys in a couple of days. Have a nice life. Bye.
Bye.